All right, so this is our fun book for this challenge. Hope you like the design. I really went very minimalistic, but yeah, I kind of like the vibe of it. So hope you like it as well. And if you couldn't download it, if you don't want to, no worries at all. The idea is really to make it as simple as possible, so you could do the same at home just using blank pages. So let's check with the first day. So day one, all about you. And very first, I would like to start with activities. So the idea for today is focus on one activity that will bring positive vibe, that will bring positivity in your life, that you will actually do something that you enjoy, that will really bring fun and joy and happiness into your life, and treating yourself as your best friend forever by doing something that you deeply enjoy, carving out time, me time, so you can enjoy an activity that is precious to you, right? And to do so, very first, I would like to choose one specific activity, one activity that brings you joy. And for me, for example, dancing brings me tons of joy. Dancing is one of the ways to elevate my mood, to really bring a lot of positivity in my life. Mindfulness as well. Meditation, mindfulness brings a lot of good vibe, much more calm, much more insightful, much more inwards than dance, but it's very powerful as well. Or baking. I love baking. Baking really brings me a lot of joy. I don't know, it could be playing guitar, it could be playing soccer. And actually, in that case, it's very good because we will link it to friends and connections. You will see that in a moment. So pick one activity that already brings you joy on a regular basis. And then what I'd like you to do is to reflect. Actually, who was the person that introduced this activity to you? Who was the one person that invited you to explore this activity back then? Maybe it's your father or your mother. Maybe it's one of your friends. Maybe you discovered this activity in a book, in a movie. I don't know. So who was at the root of this activity for you? And I would like also for you to reflect who also allowed you to explore this activity further. Maybe you had a teacher, maybe you had a mentor, maybe you researched around this activity, maybe you read books once again, or watched videos. And do you have any names that are meaningful to you and linked to this activity? And I would love for you to feel so this area, right, in roots, and you write down the name of the person that introduced you to this activity and all the relevant names that brought new depth, new understanding, new exploration, new experience around this activity. And you know what? You should be there as well. You are the one that decided to keep practicing this activity. You're the one that decided, yeah, you know what? I enjoyed this activity so much. I want to keep going. So to me, at least, you decide it's your page, it's your fun book. But to me, you should be there if you believe it's meaningful. And now I'd like you to write down all the friends you shared this activity with, all the people you had fun with. So if it was soccer, for example, or football, or any collective game, any sports in that type, or where you really can enjoy it with other people, write down the people that you enjoyed good time with back then. And actually, you might not have enough space for that. It doesn't matter. Just write down the most meaningful ones, the one that come to you naturally. And also all the friends you introduce this activity to, or you bonded over this activity. Like I had friends, I bonded over Qigong or dance or role-playing games, right? So I have very special people I've met and I've deepened my relationship with over this specific activity. And finally, connections. All the people that you don't know that well, you barely met, but you experience something meaningful around this activity. Maybe you've been to a salsa class and you've met that person, you had a good vibe, like that person was an amazing dancer, and you had a wonderful experience. And maybe you don't even remember her name or his name. It doesn't matter. You could just, write down roughly who is that person to you? Maybe find a nickname like that guy at the Barbaros bar 2 years ago. Whatever comes to you, right? So that would be the idea. Feel the people that are really at the roots, the deep roots of this activity for you, or the friends you shared this activity with, and all the connections you had, the special connections, the special sparks you had over this activity. And now I would like to reflect. How could you deepen your understanding, your appreciation, your experience of this activity? Is there anyone that you could have as a mentor? How could you really go super deep, super profound with this activity and go to the next level and write down the people that would be meaningful to you in this area? So maybe like a very well-known teacher in this activity, someone that would be like an Olympic champion of sorts in this specific activity. And if it was possible, you would love to bond with them and you would love to connect with them. Or maybe they wrote a book, or maybe they're sharing videos on YouTube or TikTok or Instagram, and you could start following them and learning from them. Then, who in your friends, in your current friends, you would love to connect with over this activity? You'd like to introduce this activity to them. You feel, hey, you know what? Sandra, Patrick, John, I'm sure they would love that. And you would love to share that activity with them, sorry. And finally, anyone, like the idea is to keep in mind at all times, whenever you meet someone new, hey, could it be someone that would be interested by this activity? So it could be salsa, it could be playing guitar, it could be baking. And whenever you meet someone, you're like, could it be someone that would enjoy this activity? Or maybe they are enjoying already this activity, you know that as a fact, right? And then maybe they could teach you something. Maybe you would love to explore how do they practice this activity? And how could you share, how could you exchange over this activity? So I guess you already have a better idea on how it works already for a current activity, right? An activity that you already have some good experience with. And once again, we're really going to the deep roots where it all started and with whom it all started. Then the friends you already shared this activity with and other connections. So roots would be in the past, and then all the fruits, what you want to create in the future. So to expand your practice of this activity, to bond over with some of your friends, either old friends or new friends, and connections, and deepening connections and exploring new connections with that activity. And now I would like to invite you to actually pick a new activity. Discover a new activity. And that is where it can be extremely useful to, once again, reach out to friends or connections. Maybe you have no idea. Maybe you have no idea. You know what? I don't know what kind of new activity I could start. I'm not sure what I would be interested into. So actually, it's a wonderful opportunity for you to reach out to friends and ask them either, hey, do you have any activity in mind that you feel I would enjoy? Or is there any activity that you deeply love and you'd like to share with me? And actually, it's a beautiful opportunity for you to start a new conversation with someone. Because that's the thing. Maybe sometimes we have friends we've been friends with for years, and actually we have no idea they're very, very deeply into salsa, guitar playing, baking, yeah, whatever that might spark their light inside. So I invite you to consider reaching out to those friends and bringing a new activity in your life. And the idea is to find something that really lights you up, that really brings new joy, new pleasure, new satisfaction, new yumminess, new deliciousness into your life. So this is the idea, and we will get to that in a moment. Remember, it's a challenge. The idea is to go a little bit beyond your natural comfort zone and challenge yourself a little bit and bring new good things into your life. So I invite you to think about a new activity to get into your life. And once again, you will do exactly as for your current activity. Who is the person introducing you this new activity? What kind of friends would you like or actually, what are the friends that will bring this activity to you? How will you bond other friends? Maybe you already have some of your friends that are practicing this activity. So really going to all of that people are already playing with that activity. They're already involved in this activity. And then considering, okay, what do I want to build in the future? How do I want to bond over and really develop my connections with my friendships with over this new activity? How can I get to the next level with those people around this activity? And see, just by exploring a new activity that will bring you joy personally, some self-care, some self-love, something that will make you feel good yourself. Actually, you can connect that to your friends and to your connections and expand connections by finding people that share that activity, that new activity with you, or this current activity, or activity with you, and actually expand your network, expand your relationships based on your needs and your desires. Hope it makes sense. And I will now explain to you how we will follow up and really make it kind of challenging.